Greetings, humans. I come in peace and with podcasts. Welcome to Pod Nation Media, home of the KJ&A podcast, The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, Monster Island Film Vault, Cthulhu Jack Presents, and Films and Fermentation. All streaming exclusively on Roku. Business, monsters, whiskey, cinema, chaos. Your ears deserve better. Join Pod Nation Media before we probe your algorithm.
Films and fermentation, movies and inebriation. It's a neon-soaked vibration, a liquid kind of liberation. Pop the lid and start the show. We got nowhere else to go. Turn the speakers up to 10, then we start it all again. Films and fermentation, movies and inebriation. Films and fermentation, comedy mixed with tasty libations. Films and fermentation libations. Films and fermentation with Leo, Kevin, and Mike.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Films and Fermentation. Tonight is episode 245. We're doing a special July 4th episode tonight because it'll be the July 4th weekend as we are recording this episode. And what we're doing tonight is a bracket tournament episode on the most American films. We're calling this one Murica, the movie. 32 films enter, one movie leaves. Again, we are Films and Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast, #1 beer podcast on Good Pods, and Madagascar's favorite TV and film podcast. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
We're three friends like talk shit about movies while getting shit-faced. Happy 4th of July from Films and Fermentation. This week, we're settling one of the most gloriously unnecessary debates in cinematic history by crowning the most American movie ever made. In a 32-film tournament packed with underdogs, explosions, baseball, freedom, questionable decisions, and at least one bald eagle in spirit. Will Rocky go the distance? Will Top Gun buzz the tower? Or will an unexpected Cinderella story steal the championship? Expect heated debates, questionable seating, and passionate arguments over whether excessive patriotism or simply grilling hot dogs should count toward a movie's final score. Grab your favorite beverage and join us for Murica, the movie, where the only thing more competitive than the bracket is the people filling it out. Don't forget to drop us an email at filmsandfermentation@gmail.com or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation to find all of our social media and podcast links. Become part of the Films and Fermentation family by watching us on the Pod Nation Media Network on Roku, on YouTube, or on Rumble, or by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/filmsandfermentation for as little as $1 a month. I added something new to the Patreon. Leo runs from Cryptid's exclusives. I have a few things that I'm doing outside of the stuff I normally post that I'll be putting on the Patreon page. So a little bit added incentive for anybody who wants to join our Patreon. You could also buy merchandise at teespring.com or text us at 904-867-4466. What are we drinking tonight, my friends?
I'll go first. I cleaned out the fridge mostly with a couple Sams still straggling, but I restocked with the Cape May seasonal, the Allagash seasonal, and Shock Top seasonal. And tonight I'm bringing out some Allagash white and Allagash lager. My wife and I visited the Allagash brewery up in Maine on a vacation a few years ago when we went up to Acadia National Park. It was a great brewery. There was a resurgence of COVID at the time, so they kind of closed the indoors down, but they had the garden outside still open, so it was still fun. We still had a very good time, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm sorry if I bored you, Mike.
I've been out in the weather for 2 days. The coolest day this week was for me to work was on Tuesday, and they had me go to Tasty Cake, which the ovens are on, so it's 100 degrees in the freaking day.
Oh,
All right, they got you working on the boat tomorrow, and it's 105 degrees.
No.
at least you could go swimming if you needed to.
Apparently, with the boat, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, for stuff like that, has to go with small companies, and since we are now a national company, we no longer qualify.
I bet you're sad that you don't have to work on the boat anymore in 105-degree weather.
Yeah, you know.
Are you drinking another blind barrel tonight?
I am. This is from yes. You guys always like to text me in the middle of this, don't you? From release 18, eastbound and down south. This is sample B, which is Epoch Reserved Maryland Straight Rye Whiskey from Baltimore Spirits Company, Baltimore, Maryland. It's 5-year-old rye whiskey. It's only 100 proof, though.
Only 100 proof?
Yeah, it's probably the weakest I've had so far. Kevin, you always answer his texts about when we're going to record, like after we've already started.
I don't want to be rude and not respond.
I just got a text that said yes, and Kevin and I were on before you tonight for once, and it's like it's a hot one here in the tri-state area. In case you didn't get the clue from our previous conversation here, so I'm drinking one of my favorite, cool, refreshing drinks for the summertime this evening. Mackenzie's Black Cherry Hard Cider. I've already finished one because it's so easy to drink that I drank it during pre-show. So I have a second one already cracked open that I'm hitting now, and I'm sure I'll probably be moving on to a third at some point. In the meantime, let's play a song this evening as soon as I find it.
This week in film history with Mike. This week in film history with Mike.
In 1936, George M. Cohen is the first artist to be presented with the U.S. Congressional Gold Medal by Franklin D. Roosevelt for raising war morale.
Yes, I believe he was involved with the USO.
Yes.
Next one, sir.
1964, NBC approves Gene Roddenberry's script for the pilot episode of Star Trek entitled The Cage, which never aired, was only used as parts of it for the two-parter, The Menagerie.
I was going to say, this is the Pike episode, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is The Cage available to watch, like the original episode that you know of, or is it just as The Menagerie?
I believe it's on. No, I think I've seen it on. I've seen it. I think I have it on a desk somewhere because it goes back and forth between the ones that they used in the series, color, and the original parts which were black and white.
Okay, cool. I have to check, see if I can find that. Next one, sir.
In 1985, Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis and starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, is released.
A movie we will be talking about soon because it is on our bracket this evening.
8. Brooklyn, New York dedicates a bus depot honoring Jackie Gleason and his role as bus driver Ralph Crampton in The Honeymooners.
Yeah, funniest show about domestic violence ever made. I love The Honeymooners. It was one of my favorite TV shows.
In 1989, Seinfeld, originally titled The Seinfeld Chronicles, screens its pilot episode starring Jerry Seinfeld, Jason Alexander, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Michael Richards on NBC.
The first season of Seinfeld is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very formulaic sitcom before it became the show about nothing that everybody loved. It was so bad that first season, I can't believe it made it to a second season. Like it was,
probably wouldn't nowadays.
Yeah, I think what it was is it was coming off of like a couple shows that just ended, so it was kind of like taking up the slot.
Could you imagine it? Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was just going to say, seeing as how the rest of the formula for the show was a show about nothing, just things that pop up. Could you see them just making fun of it, because they did initially go into making a show about nothing,
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of it. But if they could have did how badly, like when they did it, they made fun of how badly they bombed the first season, with the show that they were creating.
Yeah, like if they're the show within the show that they were working with. Yeah, it would have been kind of, yeah. And it's funny because Larry David is the creator of Seinfeld, and in his show, the Larry David, the Curb Your Enthusiasm, there's an episode where he stars in the producers because Mel Brooks is trying to close the play down, and he figures one way to do it is to put the worst person possible in the play, so he picks Larry David. And Larry David fucks up so bad that it becomes a hit, and it's actually like the plot of the producers all over again. So it's all full circle. I was going to say, so it was replacing a couple shows that had just ended and was following Cheers on Thursday night lineup. So it's probably the reason that it managed to survive somehow. Next one, sir.
In 1989, Great Balls of Fire, a biographical drama film starring Dennis Quaid as rockabilly pioneer Jerry Lee Lewis, hates the film and the book from which it's sourced, but praises Quaid's performance.
Best quasi-biographical drama film ever made about a 34-year-old man marrying his 13-year-old cousin.
Yes.
I like the movie. I thought it was actually really, like, Quaid's really good in it.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's Jerry Lee Lewis. Quaid in it. He just hates the movie and the book.
Next one, sir.
1991 film Boys in the Hood, directed by John Singleton, starring Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ice-T, is released.
Ice Cube, sorry.
Get
your ices correct. Ice-T is the guy that made the song called Kill the Police, and then played a police officer on Law and Order
for the last 20 years.
Yeah. Boys in the Hood, great movie. Great movie. John Singleton at the time was the youngest director ever nominated for an Oscar. Oh, speaking of great movies.
1991, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, directed by James Cameron, and starring Linda Hamilton and Edward Furlong, premieres at Century City, California.
You got a little cut off there. I don't think the internet liked your impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They did not. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you were saying Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he started cutting out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is this an American film? I mean, it's made in America. Stars an Austrian, but next one, sir.
2001, AI, Artificial Intelligence, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Haley Joel Osment, Jude Law, is on released.
This was on Pluto the other day on one of the movie channels, and I watched a little bit of it. I haven't watched it in a really long time. It still holds up, man. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
And this is my favorite of the Spider-Man films.
2004, Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst, is released.
As well as Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, one of my favorite villain performances in comic book movies.
And it sucks that you had you got through that, and then Spider-Man 3 came out, and you just like, oh, really?
Yeah, killed it.
Well, like I said before, when it comes to a lot of superhero movies before the MCU, is they just decided, okay, we're in the third, all villains in the movie for no good reason.
It was an overload in that film. Like, there was no need for all that.
They definitely didn't need to do anything with New Goblin. That was a stupid character.
They did it right in the Tom Holland Spider-Man, though, with all the multi-universe guys. Like, they did it right that way. But it was also they were all introduced beforehand anyway. So.
And I'm also going, that had a lot. I think had a lot to do with MCU being involved with it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of great movies and awesome directors.
Yeah, I tell you, Kevin's favorite director right here. 2011 Transformers Dark Direct Day is released and ultimately grosses 1.123 billion globally.
I can't believe that fucking movie made that much money.
That's all the explosion.
Yeah. All right. Let's head over.
Before we cut over, I just wanted to say Larry David's in something new that I want to check out, and I haven't.
Oh, the one where he does like historical stories.
Yeah, life, Larry, in the pursuit of unhappiness, an almost history of America. I kind of want to see it.
I've seen a couple of the commercials for it, and I feel like to me it's like Drunk History without the alcohol. It's like Drunk History just with like a neurotic, nebbish Jewish man. All right, let's move on to our next segment here.
Kevin's here, he's here for a bit. He's got news and spirit with Kevin.
I got some local stories for us, gentlemen, and some that'll make us smile, some that'll make us cry. This one's I figure I'll start us off on a low note. Longtime New Jersey brewery making a comeback after closing last year, and thanks to whoever put this in the feed, because
that was
I
me.
didn't know about that.
that was the one that I told you about the other day.
Oh,
yeah.
Popular New Jersey brewery and tap room that closed its doors last year is set to reopen this weekend under new ownership, marking a comeback for a longtime local gathering spot. Atco's Brotherton Brewing Company first opened in 2015 and became a staple of South Jersey's craft beer scene, drawing patrons to its unique location inside the former Waterford Township Fire Station. And the brewery return follows the sale earlier this year to a new ownership team led by hospitality professional Eric DeAngelis. According to the press release, the owner's goal was to build on Brotherton's legacy as a community-focused destination while refreshing the tap room and expanding its offerings. As a former customer, I've always seen a great deal of potential in the Brotherton brand. I'm bringing a hospitality-first mindset to a space as I see an opportunity to pair amazing beer with first-rate guest experience, DeAngelis says. As part of the relaunch, the brewery has hired a new head brewer and plans to debut a rotating lineup of about 10 beers, including a mix of familiar styles and new creations. The offerings are expected to include IPAs, pilsners, sours, hard seltzers, along with some non-alcoholic options. It is located at 2208 Atco Avenue. Brotherton Brewing's reopening weekend will feature live music, food vendors, and family-friendly events on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, guests can enjoy live music from 2 to 9 with performances by Finn and Uncle John's band, as well as food vendors, including the Nugget Chicks. On Sunday, guests can experience a musical performance from Grace Haley, food from Jams Eats and JR Hot Dogs, new drink releases including house-made non-alcoholic root beer, and activities such as face painting. That's my favorite, boys. Regular hours for Brotherton's Brewing Company are going to be from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. on Fridays, noon till 10 on Saturdays, and noon till 7 on Sundays. So that's this isn't the sad one. I'm sorry. This was the happy one. Yay!
This is the one I gave it here.
Yes. And here's the sad one, and I think we can all agree, since we've been to this brewery at least on 2 separate occasions. New Jersey brewery closing after 10 years, but a new beer spot is coming. 8 and Sand Beer Company in Woodbury poured its final beer Sunday for customers, according to a Facebook post. However, a new brewery is expected to take over the space at 1003 North Evergreen Ave later this summer. Founded by Dominic Mazzone, Chris Burke, and Chris Mazzone, 8 and Sand opened nearly a decade ago with a mission of brewing European-style beers using modern American ingredients. Over the years, the brewery built a following for its lower alcohol, approachable craft beers, and regularly rotating tap list. In comments to 42 Freeway, Burke said stepping away from the brewery was difficult, but one that was influenced by the challenges of balancing brewery operations with work and family commitments. In an Instagram post, it was announced that the new ownership team would open a new brewery in its space called Freckled John Brewing. The new head brewer, identified only as Matt,
Is
a former
John still a thing?
John is always going to be a thing.
What
The
John?
new head brewer, identified only as Matt, is a former member of the U.S. Coast Guard and previously worked at breweries in North Carolina. Freckled John has yet to announce its opening date. So, goodbye, Eight and Sand. Hello, Freckled John.
Hello, Freckle John.
Freckle John.
Another tragedy, if you can see it that way. Me, not so much. This is out of Salisbury, Connecticut. Beer truck overturns in Connecticut. Cans of Michelob Ultra close the highway. Some missing shipments of beer. We may know why. Connecticut State Police troopers responded to Route 44 in Salisbury around 5:39 Monday morning, where a tractor-trailer truck had crashed, spilling a large amount of Michelob Ultra. The tractor-trailer had veered off the roadway and overturned, causing significant damage to the trailer, and cargo spilled onto the roadway. The road was closed for several hours in the areas between Twin Lake Road as crews cleared the large volume of debris and safely brought the tractor-trailer upright. The crash remains under investigation. Anybody who witnessed the incident or may have relevant information is asked to contact Trooper DeSalva. I don't think there was much to clean up. It's just kind of natural residual that runs off of the street. Speaking of beers that are natural residual and not really much to worry about, there's a story that I was contemplating going into. I'll give you a brief breakdown. Budweiser is giving fans $6 to buy their own beer for August 250th. Bud is offering eligible U.S. adults a chance to receive a $6 digital beer gift card through its America's Tab promotion, which runs from June 29th to July 5th. Yes. Or until $150,000 fund is exhausted, and it's also pledging up to $1.5 million to the Folds of Honor Scholarship Program. The America's Tab promotion. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just going to say $6, right? You said
Yeah,
$6. $6 gets you
$5.50 too much for a Bud.
$6 gets you a 6-pack at the beer store, one beer at a bar, and a quarter of a beer at Lincoln Financial Field.
The America's Tab promotion allows residents over the age of 21 to register by or starting June 29th. You'll get a $6 gift card via email. Residents of California and Texas are excluded from the promotion, and Anheuser-Busch did not immediately explain its restrictions. It will donate up to $1.5 million of its bar and restaurant revenue to Folds of Honor, which is a nonprofit that provides scholarships to children of fallen military service members. So there we go.
At least it goes to something good.
Oh, no, it's a great cause. Just wish it was for a better beer.
Hey, that's an American beer right there.
American.
That's something.
This just in, I finished my second drink already, and we haven't even gotten to the main segment. So I'm dry until we take a break, and then I can go to my fridge and get another one. So I don't have any movie updates tonight. I have a bourbon update this evening. I didn't have a chance to make a song for it. So a website called tastingtable.com released an article yesterday called The 10 Most Beloved Bourbons of All Time. And I wanted to read the names of the 10 bourbons to you to see if they're anything that you guys have had or have any sort of fondness for.
Let's see.
In no particular order, Buffalo Trace.
Good.
Excellent bourbon. I love Buffalo Trace. One of my favorites. Wild Turkey.
Well, turkey did me dirty.
I said like Wild Turkey was one of the things you would drink underage because it was cheap.
Back when I was in Germany, it did me.
So I think one of the reasons that's on the list is because you can still get a bottle of Wild Turkey for like $20. Maker's Mark. I have
That's a good one.
giant bottle
Yeah.
of Maker's Mark on my desk right
With
now.
the big old wax cap.
Big old wax cap. I also have a Maker's Mark 46, which is a really good one too. Knobs Creek. I really like Knobs Creek.
I like
It's one of
Knobs
my
Creek.
favorite ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they have in particular the Knobs Creek 9-year, which is very good. It's very smooth. Eagle Rare 10-year. I've never had Eagle Rare. It is owned by the Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's probably good because I really like Buffalo Trace, but I've never had this one. Blanton's Original Single Barrel.
No.
I've not had it, but I know of it because it's a very distinct bottle.
Okay.
Looks kind of like a grenade, with a little horse on top of the cat.
Okay.
I would like to try it one day. Woodford Reserve, which is amazing.
So very good. Yeah, very, very good.
I got 2 bottles of it already on my bar. Elijah Craig Small Batch.
Good. That's good.
I'm not a big fan of Elijah Craig. To me, it's very it's like oaky. I don't like a real oaky flavor. Now this says Elijah Craig Small Batch. I have not had the small batch, so I don't know if it's a little different. But Pappy Van Winkle 15-year. I have not drank Pappy Van Winkle. It's very expensive, especially the 15-year.
The name alone is intrigued me.
Yeah,
It sounds like something produced by Adam Sandler.
It's a very expensive
Don't
bourbon.
ruin my whiskeys and bourbons with that name there.
Well, Pappy Van Winkle is one that my brother-in-law swears by. Like my brother-in-law Billy had to have a bottle of it. I've not had it myself. And Mike, you'll like the last one on the list. Four Roses, baby.
Oh, baby.
I love me some Four Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That is the bourbon update for tonight. It's the 10 most beloved bourbons in America. America. Mike has a must-try brew for us this evening.
Not from America. Copper Dragon Golden Pippin is a blonde ale brewed by a brewery in Skipton, North Yorkshire, England. It sits at 3.9 ABV in cask and 4.2 in bottle, and is known for its bright, refreshing profile. The beer is built on Cascade hops, giving it a citrus-forward aroma and flavor. Often described as fruity, floral, lightly hoppy, and crisp. Karma notes highlight its dry, high bitter in the finish, while community reviews frequently mention grapefruit, apricot, light malt, and generally clean, easy drinking character. I've noticed a lot of the English beers are very low ABVs.
Yeah, surprising. I thought they're good drinking people too. It's not an American beer, but it is worth bringing up. As Kevin said in the pre-show, we should talk about this a little bit. The countries that are visiting America right now for the FIFA tournament, and the sheer shock and awe on display on social media from many of the tourists.
I would think the most shocking of all is still the 2 articles we had from Kevin with the Scotland.
With the Scottish guys like drinking all beer on the plane.
I mean, after my social media exploded with them to say, we ran out of beer in Boston.
leave it to the Scottish people to drink Boston Dry. But I'm loving one German guy posted a video where he's like, to us, you don't understand. He's like, you don't understand. To us, this is like going into a museum. And then he turns around and it's fucking Walmart. Or they have like people in Costco can't believe you can buy a 5-pound jar of mayonnaise.
And if you probably noticed that none of them are going towards the what's that grocery store? No, the one you have to put the money in for the cart.
Aldi's.
Aldi.
because all these comes from over there.
Yeah. It's speaking to the Scottish, like I told you guys in the pre-show, my favorite one is the guy who's fascinated by the bar inside of a grocery store.
Mhm.
He's like, there's a fucking pub in the grocery.
You know what I never took into consideration, and it was pointed out to me, they pretty much stop at a market daily to get whatever they're going to cook up or eat that night. So their refrigerators over there are incredibly small. They're very
tiny.
small, you know,
Mhm.
and that's because they just don't keep food around. And when you think about it, you don't need a lot if you're not going to keep it around.
And
And
most of their meats and cheeses are room temperature anyway.
yeah. Well, I mean, we've been seeing on the news how little air conditioning they have with the heat wave that's been hitting them this past week. So, you know,
I think it's funny too, is like you forget how big America is compared to some of the European countries, because like
mhm.
people are fascinated too that like Vermont and Texas are in the same country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
they're so far apart, but they're so like different aesthetics, you know.
There's these two English guys that I follow on Facebook that come over here a lot, and they're talking about how that English people don't understand because they can drive across their whole country in like half a day,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and most of the
Takes
time you can't get through a full state in half a day.
you would have to from East Coast to West Coast in a straight line would take you 2 weeks to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. If anybody out there, if you've not seen, you know, the European tourists or other people from other parts of the world, Japanese and Africa or whatever, posting videos on social media constantly of their experiences in America, it's really worth watching because it's fun, it's funny, it's wholesome.
Oh,
and
my
it's
best one
fascinating.
is the first time they try
Barbecue. First time I tried what?
biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. I saw one of like this little German girl eating a giant ass barbecue rib. And, like so like taken aback by it. Free refills is another one that's like funny, like they're not used to that. I saw the last video I saw earlier today was I think there was a team from Ecuador, people from Ecuador or something like that. They found a lost cell phone at a stadium in Texas, and this giant group of people started chanting the name of the person who owned the phone until they came back to get it.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, it's really fun and wholesome to watch that stuff. We're going to take a quick break. And when we're back, we come back, we're going to be doing our tournament bracket for this evening on the most American films. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. Tonight we are doing a tournament bracket. We're calling this the most American movies ever made. So these are all films that are not just about America, but are
America.
like just America. Yeah. America in their theme, America in their, you know, they don't have to just be made in America or made by Americans or whatever. It's just something about them says America in a way that they really wouldn't work in any other country. We took some films that we originally had on our bracket off. We'll talk about those a little bit in our honorable mentions later. For various reasons, we took them off. But the bracket that we're doing tonight has 4 divisions. The 1960s and 70s division, which we're calling the Stars and Stripes division. The 1990s division, which is the Gen X division. The 1980s, the Reagan era division. And the 2000s, or the New Millennium division. And there are rankings in each one. So here is the 60s and 70s division. Number 1 seed, Rocky from 1976. Against number 8, Smokey and the Bandit. Number 4, Jaws versus number 5, The Deer Hunter. Number 3, American Graffiti versus number 6, Dirty Harry. The second one that we have here. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm pausing it. And then the number 2 seed, Cannonball Run versus number 7, Saturday Night Fever. In the 90s division, we have the 1 seed, Forrest Gump versus the 8 seed, Jerry Maguire. Saving Private Ryan versus Dazed and Confused. The Sandlot versus Air Force One. Or, I'm sorry, Sandlot versus Independence Day. And
Yeah.
Air Force One versus Apollo 13. That should be a fun matchup. And then the 80s, we have Top Gun versus Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Back to the Future versus Field of Dreams. Stand By Me versus The Breakfast Club.
Ooh.
Major League versus Ghostbusters. And then in the 2000s division, The Dark Knight versus Talladega Nights. National Treasure versus Idiocracy. No Country for Old Men versus The Patriot. And Remember the Titans versus The Departed. I think the 2000s is the weirdest one.
Yeah.
So let's start then with the 60s and 70s division. And Rocky versus Smokey and the Bandit. I know where I'm going on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going. Let me go first because I'm probably going to be the odd man out. Because
You're
I'm
thinking Smokey?
I'm thinking Smokey and the Bandit because it's such, it's about American beer. It's about the trucking industry. It's about running from the cops, bootlegging, what America was all about back then.
It's kind of like the Dukes of Hazzard in a different form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Rocky because Apollo Creed wears American flag shorts.
I'm going with the Rocky because it's the dream, the American dream of like holding your own, making a name for yourself, going the distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the Cake song says.
Mhm.
So I'm going Rocky. So that means Rocky will move on to the next round. And that brings us to Jaws versus the Deer Hunter. Wow.
I'm going to go with Jaws just because it's such a way of summer in America at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
4th of July weekend. Yeah. I mean, that's
July
part of the
weekend.
plot,
I was also saying because it defines the American blockbuster for decades afterward.
Yes, it did.
I love the Deer Hunter. It is a bum ass movie that
Tragic story.
I don't want to watch multiple times because of how depressing it is. And I mean, part of it does take place in Vietnam, which is very much an American.
I would also go with take it out that it's from Vietnam War and put another one, and it could be any soldiers from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
because I also we didn't include Platoon or Full Metal Jacket on this list,
right?
So our list doesn't really have many war films on it, and we also don't have any sequels on here. It's all the original films, and you can say the film represents the franchise as a whole,
right?
So Jaws is going to go on to the next round because I'm voting for that. And we got American Graffiti versus Dirty Harry. This is an interesting matchup to me.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to go and push for American Graffiti, and I think the music plays a major part of that. The music played throughout the movie. It's definitive music for America at that time, but in addition to that, you have the drag racing, you have the kids going away to school,
I also I love Dirty Harry, but it's also the American action film ideal of shoot first, ask questions later.
Right.
And I don't know how well that holds up. And I love American Graffiti. It's one of my favorite movies from the 70s. And a lot of it is the soundtrack, like you said, Gev, which is a very American music soundtrack.
Yeah.
So Mike, which one are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with American Graffiti just because, again, Dirty Harry, which is American as American can be for, cops, but still, it's just another cop thing. You can have a rogue cop anywhere.
Yeah. So I am going with American Graffiti as well. So that is going to move on to the next round, and that's our last matchup in the 70s, 60s, 70s division is Saturday Night Fever versus Cannonball Run. Mike's going to go with Cannonball Run. He's the one that put that on the bracket.
Yeah, I might as well just go with it.
I'm going to go with
My
Staying
hair.
Alive, Staying Alive. Because
Just
the
don't touch
disco
the hair.
era is significantly American, I feel like.
Just don't touch the hair.
Touch my hair. You messing with my shelf. So it leaves up to you, Kev, to choose.
Just don't touch my hair.
Yeah.
He's hitting my hair.
Looks like Saturday Night Fever is going to move on to the next round.
Mhm.
So let's jump to the other side of the bracket then and do the 80s division now. And our top seed, Top Gun, versus our 8th seed, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. See, no, I love Ferris Bueller. You know that.
Oh,
And
yes.
I love John Hughes movies. And John Hughes movies are particularly American.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I feel like there are other John Hughes movies that are more American than Ferris Bueller's. Like Ferris Bueller to me could be a remake of like a French comedy.
Mm.
Like Birdcage is a remake of a French comedy. You know, like it feels like that.
Yeah, it feels
Whereas
like
Top Gun is, you know.
Top Gun is
if they weren't in, American cities, you
Mhm.
could put that in like Canada.
Yeah. You can put it in Italy. You can put it in Japan. Yeah, like there's different things you can do with that.
But-
Top Gun is like it's volleyball on the beach, you know.
It's racing the jet on a motorcycle.
It's racing the jet on a motorcycle. It's singing Righteous Brothers in the bar badly. It's, losing Goose too soon.
Great balls of fire.
It's as Quentin Tarantino calls it, the most latently homosexual beach scene in cinema. I'm going Top Gun as much as I love Ferris Bueller.
Top
I
Gun.
know Mike said
I
it
think
right.
that's a
Kev,
clean-
yeah. So that's a clean
that's
sweep. Top Gun. 4 seed Back to the Future versus 5 seed Field of Dreams. Now on paper, this is a tough matchup, but I only have one thing to say.
If you build
Dad,
it,
you want to have a catch?
Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
It's Iowa.
Did a lot for tourism in Iowa that year.
And you have Fenway in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And you have, traveling across country. It's about the 60s in America in a way. It's about,
Corn farmers.
corn farmers.
Fine.
It's about baseball.
It's about baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball.
So you're going to remember the game, Ray.
And I think that's what does it for me is that it's about baseball, which is
Mhm.
essentially an American sport,
And it's
It's
about
America's pastime.
relationships between fathers and sons and how the
Mhm.
baseball brought them together and drove them apart. Like that's a major part of the story.
Yep.
And I love the whole book banning scene in the film too. Like that one little book banning scene that they have is
Yeah.
like such a very American education system kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I love Back to the Future. I'm not knocking it.
No.
Back to the Future is a classic. But Mike, like you said, this is a film I think you could do it in another country and it'll work.
Yep.
I mean, Doc Brown is kind of like an Einstein,
Esque.
proxy anyway. So yeah, I feel the dreams for me. That gives us Stand By Me versus The Breakfast Club. Now, this is a tough one because I think this is the John Hughes movie that most says America to me. It's about American.
Yeah, they're both
teenagers.
coming of age stories.
Yeah. But there's something distinctly American about Stand By Me because of the time period and the location in America.
the
and-
time period, the way they talk about back Western television series, and
The music,
the music.
kind of the same with like American Graffiti. Like the music is very
Uh,
much a part of the film.
The
True,
group-
but to make an argument for the Breakfast Club,
Music
each of
in there as
the-
well.
well, the music in there as well, and each of the students is a niche, a clique that you
A stereotype.
see in high school, you know,
It's
in American high school.
They're American teenage archetypes.
Right. The jock, the emo girl, the popular one, the nerd.
This is a really, this is to me, I think, the toughest one on this side of the bracket.
Maybe the toughest one we have to. Oh God!
Like, part of me would like to see a John Hughes movie go on, but the other part of me watches Stand By Me once a year.
The one thing I'm going to go that goes against the Breakfast Club for me is number one, or actually two things, but number one, I don't ever remember having detention on a Saturday.
I feel like it's a very Midwest thing.
I didn't experience that till I got to the school where I'm at now, where they actually do have Saturday school for certain students.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We tried to do it at my old high school, but the only person who wanted to work on Saturdays was the disciplinarian, and he got tired of it after a while.
And I care how, even if you're there for all day on a Saturday, those kind of cliques don't always become friends.
Well, that's kind of the point of the film is even though they're friendly with each other at the end, they all do recognize that they won't be friends in the hallways because of the cliques that they hang with, Like, don't get insulted if I don't smile at you in the hallway. I mean, I'm going Stand By Me just because it's a film that I watch at least once a year.
Breakfast Club.
So it leaves you, Mike.
Ooh, I get to be the tiebreaker. Oh,
Yeah.
man. And I'm going to go with Stand By Me because it's got the more realistic ending on how.
Yep, you're right. Finding a dead kid in the middle of the woods does happen often.
I'm talking about, as he's talking about how they all separated.
Oh, that aspect of it, yeah.
Aspected.
Can I also say that Stand By Me is also about American sports because the older brother was a football player?
Yes.
This is it was one of those tiebreakers where you're going to piss one of us off, so it didn't matter.
No. You can make the argument that John Cusack is an American treasure. He's actually in a movie called America's Sweethearts. So
which is not in our bracket, by the way.
He's also in 8 Men Out, which is America's pastime.
Mm-hmm. He's also in Serendipity.
So the very fact that it has John Cusack in it, even for the short moment that he's in it, kind of automatically registers it as an American movie.
Dude, it has one of the Coreys in it. Come on. The last matchup in our 80s bracket is Major League versus Ghostbusters. Are you ready for this one? I'm going Major League. Again, it's baseball.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
And Ghostbusters, as much as I love Ghostbusters and as classic a comedy as it is,
can happen anywhere.
It just happens to be a very New York film.
Yes,
but you could take it out of New York and put it in some other major metropolitan, city.
Kiev.
Yeah. So I'm going Major League.
I think I'm going to go Major League too.
Major League 2?
What?
No, Major League.
How about Major League 3, back to the minors.
Back to the minors. Hey, Scott, that's in America.
I actually like the third one better than the second one.
But I'm going to go Major League as well.
Major League. All right. I don't think it's that much of an upset because we did have Major League as the 2 seed. So, that takes us to the 90s bracket. Forrest Gump versus Jerry Maguire.
As much as I love Jerry Maguire and football, the whole thing with Forrest Gump through decades of American history makes it the winner of that matchup by itself.
I agree because I prefer Jerry Maguire over Forrest Gump as far as liking the films because I'm just I'm not a big Forrest Gump guy to begin with.
No.
But Jerry Maguire, all it really has is the football element to it, whereas Forrest Gump is
traveling through history,
through American history in particular.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm going to go with Forrest Gump.
So I'm going to go with Forrest Gump as well. Saving Private Ryan versus Dazed and Confused. What a fucking matchup! Pedophile Matthew McConaughey, or a seminal World War II classic by Steven Spielberg?
I mean, McConaughey makes a very good. No, I'm kidding.
Some of them high school girls, I keep getting older, they stay the same age.
All right.
All right.
I mean, it's the film that gave us the reconnaissance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going Private Ryan. Because even though it takes place in, I believe it mostly happens in Germany.
Probably
Or France. I'm sorry, it's France. It is about this American story of how the four brothers were lost in the Civil War, and
The Sullivans.
they didn't want it to ever happen again. So that's why they're trying to save this brother, because three brothers were already killed. And
and the Sullivans were in World War One.
I'm sorry. So yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they were trying to wasn't it in the same? I thought the Saving Private Ryan letter was supposed to be from Lincoln or something. So
That's what I thought too. That
I think
they were brothers killed during the Civil War.
I think the real brothers were the ones from World War One, and they made up a group of brothers for the movie.
The original story was the real story is four brothers were on a ship in the Navy, and in World War One, and they went down, and they lost all of them went down, and that's when they decided that family members could not serve together in the same unit.
Yeah, I mean that should have. Yeah, like that made sense before that. Like that's. I don't know. I'm going Private Ryan. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
The Sandlot versus Independence Day.
Ooh.
I mean, I want to say Sandlot again because it's baseball, but I'm like, it can't just always be about the baseball.
No. This one is about just because it's about it happens on the 4th of July, and this is our Independence Day. And
because we already talked about this last year when we did our America Saves the World draft. This is like the number one America Saves the World film. You even have a British soldier in India saying after he gets the message on the it's about bloody time, you know.
Bloody time.
Thank God the Americans figured it out. Love the Sandlot.
I'm going Sandlot, but
you're going Sandlot.
That's fine.
Yeah, Mike, you're going Independence Day.
I'm going Independence Day.
Fuck, I don't want to have to be the tiebreaker on this.
Tonight we will not go quietly into the wind.
I mean, I think just the fact that Bill Pullman got elected as a president is suspension of disbelief. I was your brother's roommate's cousin's former.
No. More that they used an Apple machine to actually,
Yeah, an Apple Mac to hack a computer and an alien ship.
He was able to put in the code and make it create a star on the screen.
I couldn't get Google Chrome to download an update on my Mac. Fuck, I'm going Sandlot.
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm going Sandlot. I can't help it. I'm sorry. And then the last matchup is Air Force One versus Apollo 13. Get off my plane.
Yeah.
Versus
Apollo
Houston,
13.
we have a problem.
Apollo 13.
I love Air Force One. Apollo 13 is based on a true story.
Yes, it's Apollo 13.
It's the American, it's the space race.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Apollo 13.
Yep. Same here.
So that brings us to our last bracket, the 2000s. I know Mike is voting for the Will Ferrell film. So The Dark Knight versus Talladega Nights. Talladega Nights.
I love Batman, but Talladega Nights is more American.
Your Batman can happen anywhere.
I know. Well,
No,
I mean,
it's just, it's not that it could happen anywhere. It's not that it can happen anywhere. It's just, it doesn't scream America as much as NASCAR racing. You
now,
know?
if you're going to put down, no, a different one besides Talladega, not any other race car racing, I would agree with you. But no,
Mike would have been okay if it was Days of Thunder.
rather it be Talladega Nights because it has ability to it. No, I am going to go with the Dark Knight because it's a comic book movie. Which
just say because you hate Will Ferrell, you're going with the Dark Knight.
That's not the point. No reason why it should be Dark Knight.
All right, so that leaves the tiebreaker up to me, and I only have one thing to say: if you're not first, you're last. Talladega Nights, baby.
I am going to vote against everything both you guys love.
Mike's going to be like searching for a moment to piss me off.
Wait a second. I didn't vote against you, Mike. I shouted it out first. And you know I'm a Batman
And this
fan.
is a Batman fan.
I am taking all the Batman back.
Now, if I had put like the Avengers on there, maybe no, not even that because Thor's a god.
Yeah.
National Treasure versus Idiocracy.
Wow.
So, Honest Trailers did an Idiocracy trailer yesterday.
Uh-huh.
You got to check it out. It's really funny.
Okay.
Man, this is like so. Kevin's having a tough one here because he hates Nick Cage, and that's a Nick Cage movie, National Treasure. Idiocracy, dude, it's so fucking. It was funny when it came out, but now it's like funny prophetic. It's always like those memes you see where it's like the Simpsons have been predicting things for decades.
I gotta go Idiocracy. And I know that shocks you.
Professional wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm going for Treasure.
I'm going National Treasure too, just because like it's a Philadelphia film. It's about the Declaration of Independence. It's Nick Cage aside, it is very American. But I do think Idiocracy is a really funny one. Like it's a really funny pick. No Country for Old Men versus The Patriot.
I'm the one that said to put The Patriot in. I'm going with it because that's the American Revolution.
I was gonna say it's one of the few like American Revolution movies too.
Yeah, there's not many.
There are not many at all.
I don't care what.
And I really like No Country for Old Men. I think it's a great film. But it's another film like I feel like it could be based on a foreign property if I didn't know any better. I mean, it's written by Cormac McCarthy, who's an American author. It's about stolen money. Takes place in Texas. But The Patriot, like Mike said, it's about the revolution, and it's a very. I'm taking it just because it's one of the few revolution movies that are there. And that's something that I think is important to this because it is the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So The Patriot moves on. And then our last one is The Departed versus Remember the Titans. I'm going to say this. I love The Departed. A very Boston movie, which is very American in that sense. But it is based on a Chinese film called Infernal Affairs. So it is a remake of a foreign film.
And
whereas Remember the Titans is football.
And if you were just going based off of it being Bostonian, we could have put the Fugitive up there. Very American.
Yes.
But I'm going to go with Remember the Titans.
Oh my. So Mike, you don't have to worry about that.
I'm going to Remember the Titans.
What was the one you just said, Kev? That was very The Fugitive. I'm like adding movies to the honorable mentions as they're like popping up.
I was joking about The Fugitive.
Yeah. So let's see. So back to the Stars and Stripes division. Rocky versus Jaws. Fuck. I mean, if I lose my Philadelphia card for it, I lose my Philadelphia card for it. But I'm going with Jaws.
I'm going to go with Jaws as well. Again, 4th of July.
Yeah,
It's at the shore. I mean, I guess it's the beach where they're at, but
it's what is it, Providence, Rhode Island, or something like
Yeah.
that. It's like it's up in
Martha's
New
Vineyard.
England. Yeah. Mike, you going Jaws?
Yes, I'm going Jaws.
Yes. I mean, Jaws is again, it's the American blockbuster too. I think that's
Mm.
important. American Graffiti versus Saturday Night Fever.
American Graffiti.
Both of these are soundtrack arguments, but I'm going American Graffiti.
That's a clean sweep with American Graffiti on that one.
Mhm.
You said that too, Kev?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Back to the Gen X division. Forrest Gump versus Saving Private Ryan. Wow.
Again, I'm going to go with Forrest Gump because it goes through the history of America.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to go with Forrest Gump as well.
All right. I'm gonna give it to Saving Private Ryan just because I feel like it needs a vote, but Forrest Gump's gonna win anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but you think of it, it's got Elvis, it's got Nixon, it's got JFK,
It's got the ping pong,
it's got ping pong,
or as the Chinese call it, ping pong.
It's got Forrest Gump. I gotta pay. It's got football.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna make up for my Sandlot vote when we have Sandlot versus Apollo 13. I'm gonna go with Apollo 13 because it's based on a real American event,
Definitely,
and not just because one of the movies is baseball.
Kev, what are you doing on that one?
I think I'm going to do Apollo 13.
Like we clean sweep that one, Apollo.
Yeah. Top Gun versus Field of Dreams. I refuse to vote against Field of Dreams, so that's where my vote's going. So you guys can duke it out for the other votes.
Field of Dreams.
Mike?
I'm already outvoted. I'm going top.
Major League versus Standby.
That's a fucking military American symbol.
Stand By Me versus Major League.
Stand By Me.
Not gonna lie, this hurts my feelings because I love both movies.
You going Major League?
I'm going Stand By Me.
All right, I don't mind saying Major League then.
Can't just always be about the baseball. Let's put it that way. All right, Mike, I'm going to make up my Talladega Nights vote by taking National Treasure.
Talladega Nights.
And I know Mike's taking National Treasures. And The Patriot versus Remember the Titans.
The Patriot.
I'm going to Patriot as well.
And so am I.
I love Remember the Titans again, but like I just think the fact that it's like one of the few Revolutionary War films, and it's the 4th of July weekend, and it just needs to be, there. So we are down to some tough matchups here, man. In the 60s, 70s bracket, the finalists are Jaws versus American Graffiti. I'll go first then, because it looks like we got a lot of thinking going on here. I love American Graffiti. I really, really do. Jaws is again July 4th weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Jaws.
I don't know. Do I go against Opie Cunningham?
I know how big a Wolfman Jack fan you are too.
If it's 4th of July and I got to watch one or the other, I'm going to watch Jaws, so I'll go with Jaws.
Mike, you don't have to worry about your vote then. You can Jaws is going on. Forrest Gump versus Apollo 13. Tom Hanks versus Tom Hanks. And Gary Sinise versus Gary Sinise.
But here's going to be the kicker. I'm sorry. You can't have an American film in this bracket without having a Kevin Bacon movie keep going forward.
That's a good point. Good point. I'm also going Apollo 13 just because I don't like Forrest Gump, so I don't want it to win. So I'm going Apollo 13.
it's based on a true story. Why?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an important film.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams versus Stand By Me. I really fucked myself on that one.
You did.
Really love both movies. I'm going Field of Dreams though.
I'm going to go with Stand By Me.
I'm going Field of Dreams. I'm sorry.
Okay. And then National Treasure versus The Patriot. This is the best matchup so far. This is so funny.
The Patriot.
Mike, which one are you going with?
I'm going with The Patriot.
All right, good. I don't want to have to be the tiebreaker on this one.
I'm just
All right.
upset we don't have a coming of age film in the Final Four.
I know, it's fine. Jaws versus Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Ooh. Mike, you're going Apollo 13?
Apollo 13.
Wow. I'm so happy I don't have to vote. Field of Dreams versus The Patriot. I am voting on this one. I'm going Field of Dreams. I'm sorry.
Patriot.
Patriot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Without the Patriot, you wouldn't have baseball here.
How did this happen that our finale, our final two, are The Patriot versus Apollo 13?
Because you got to understand. Here's how we got here. The Patriot is based on how we became a nation.
And it stars an Australian guy.
And Apollo 13 was our biggest failure of becoming a success in space.
And it stars America's sweetheart Tom Hanks. I want you motherfuckers to vote first. I'm not voting first.
I'm going Apollo 13.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Apollo 13 as well.
Thank God. I like The Patriot. I don't want The Patriot winning this whole bracket. Should have been Jaws. So our winner. Actually, the winner should have been Major League. Our winner for the most American movie ever, surprisingly, the 7th seed in the Gen X division, Apollo 13. Houston, we have a problem. So I do have some honorable mentions here. Films that didn't make the bracket but could have. We took out for one reason or another. So The Fugitive, which I didn't even think of when we first did this. Rambo. At least the first one, Rambo First Blood. Platoon or Full Metal Jacket. The Shawshank Redemption we originally had on the bracket but took out because we felt like it could be a movie that could take place really anywhere. Die Hard, again, a movie that is usually synonymous with American action films but could take place anywhere. You know, you could be taking place in the Burj Khalifa, you know. The Godfather, even though it's a film about coming to America and living in America and all, it's more about the Italian family and their, you know, tributes, trialations and all that stuff, and trials in America. In America, who put that one on there?
I did.
Okay.
About an Irish family comes to America and learning the ways of American culture uncomfortably.
So we kind of like took out films that are kind of considered like fish out of water films, where like, you know, somebody comes to America and has to learn the ways. So that would be Avalon as well, right, Kev?
Yep.
Coming to America, which is Eddie Murphy playing an African prince coming to America to find a bride. And then I had the last one I have on here is Once Upon a Time in America, which is another gangster film starring James Woods and Robert De Niro. But again, it's sort of like the trying to assimilate into the American culture kind of film. So again, our winner, Apollo 13. Mike, any beer trivia for us this evening?
I do. Beer pipelines. I'm going to butcher this name. Bruges, Belgium has a 2-mile underground beer pipeline. Beer from a brewery to its bottling facility. It moves about 1,000 gallons per hour.
Can we just
That's
put a
a lot of
straw
beer.
in the pipeline? Just sit there and sip from the pipeline. Bruges, one of my favorite movies, In Bruges.
In Bruges.
Cinema quote of the week.
The best acting advice I no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing the English accent. The best acting advice I ever got was just be yourself, unless you can be Batman. Always be Batman. Tom Holland, who is Spider-Man?
Says Spider-Man.
Says Spider-Man.
Unless you can play an idiot trying to do race cars in NASCAR, then you beat Batman in our bracket.
Mike is really bitter about us putting Talladega Nights on there instead of Days of Thunder.
I would even take it any of the other. There's a couple
or F5,
Should have been far and away.
or Rush.
I would have taken Fast and the Furious over frickin' Talladega Nights.
How are your drinks this evening, guys?
The Allagash lager was okay. You know, it's a lager. But I finished with what I liked, the Allagash white.
Ooh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was okay, but it's definitely a rye.
Mm.
It's definitely a rye whiskey.
I drank 3 Mackenzie's black cherry hard ciders and polished my night off with a Mike's black cherry hard lemonade. So thank you for joining us tonight for episode 245, Murica, the movie. We hope you enjoyed listening to the podcast as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. Remember, you can drop us an email at filmsandfermentation@gmail.com or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation. Find all of our social media podcast links. Watch us on the Pod Nation Media Network on Roku, on YouTube, or on Rumble. Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/filmsandfermentation. And check out my side project, Leo Runs from Cryptids, on TikTok and YouTube. And text us at 904-867-4466. Don't forget to stop by the John between Pickled and Fermented next time around. See what I did there? I went back to Pickle John.
Yeah.
For episode 246. I should have mentioned this is our season finale this evening. We're going to be taking a little break because we are, all of us, going away on vacation together soon. So when we come back, we're going to be recording our season 12 premiere, which is going to drop on Tuesday, July 21st. We are going to be doing films that time forgot, one of our favorite topics. We should be joined by one of our favorite guests for Films that Time Forgot, Cthulhu Jack. And so make sure you come back around for that episode. In the meantime, I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
Happy 4th of July, folks. This has been the Films and Fermentation Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.